In today's video, I take you through what a typical winter morning with the horses looks like for me. The horses get a morning treat, and I show you how I won Best Stable 7 days in a row at Pony Club Camp.
Good morning everyone, welcome to a winter morning routine as an equestrian. So it's 7:30, it's Sunday.
Waking up early, I know it can be super tiring and but when you're actually up, I think it's an amazing way to start your day. Speaking of starting the day, the horses on this particular day started off with their favourite treat, which is a carrot, of course. My day always starts with the horses and ends with the horses. Before I do anything, I love to give them some cuddles and love before I start going about feeding them. So before I even think about having my morning coffee or breakfast, the horses get their morning hay net and their water checking. This is really important as they have a much better body clock than me, if I do say so myself, and they tend to wake up with the sun, meaning I have to get down there as early as possible for me to make sure that they haven't run out of food.
That's a big snort. Too short. Right. Hello, Sappy. Good boy. Reggie's water is fine, but Bugsy's just needs a little bit of a top up before we go back home and get some breakfast.
Once the horses are fed and happy, it's time for me to head home for my morning coffee and breakfast. And I don't know about you, but I am so boring with my breakfast, and I tend to stick to my childhood favourite of porridge. Crazy, I know. Not every morning, but some mornings I will have a coffee with my porridge. I love my coffee sweet and milky, so some coffee syrup is needed as well as lots of milk. Some of you may not know this about me, but I'm actually lactose intolerant, so I either have oat milk or a special lactose-free milk, which honestly tastes the same as regular milk. And I tell all my friends this, but none of them will try it. They're milk snobs, but give it a go because it tastes exactly the same. And if you have tummy troubles with milk, this may help you.
Reggie tends to poo, he's quite wet up here, but he tends to poo not in his bed, which is very handy. George's tractor that we normally use for Mac literally broke on the worst week. That was quite a clean scoop.
After a glorious morning coffee and a bowl of porridge, it's time to go back to the yard and muck out the boys. I always start with Reggie just because he's a lot easier to muck out due to the fact that he poos mostly out of his bed, which may seem like the bare minimum for a horse, but trust me, if you have horses, you will know they love to use their bed as their toilet. So I start with Reggie just because he is actually, you can't tell from the video, but he's actually a lot cleaner than Bugsy, because Bugsy likes to hide his poos like treasure, like a treasure hunt, except his nuggets are not the nuggets you want to find, but you kind of have to find.
How does he even poo there? That is just the stinkiest strap now. Reggie's got like a bit of a concrete hole in his stable. I don't even know what from. I think the concrete just split. So every day it just gets some fresh straw. So that explains the random straw patch. And then what I do with the old bedding is bring it to the front after a full muck out, because it's kind of dirty-ish. Well, it's clean, but it's not as clean as the new stuff is going to be. So it comes to the front. So that is where it gets dirtiest. And then the new stuff can go at the back. And also by pulling down the old walls, you can find when straw's gone off a bit, like here, it's black, so it comes out. I'm not going to sweep because my brush actually ends up getting covered in straw. So I'm just going to bring the rest like this.
Because it's currently winter in the UK, my horses are in a lot more than they would be in summer, so it's really important to me that they're comfy and entertained when inside. Last week I actually bought them a radio so they have a bit of daytime entertainment when I'm at work, and obviously they have their big beds to keep them well rested too.
This actually reminds me of when I was in Pony Club camp. I got like best stable, like most tidy stable, and I literally, it was a straw bed. I squared the walls. It's like a top tip video now. If you want to win best bed in Pony Club camp, all you have to do is a lot of things. Square your walls, level them, and then you square them again. Okay? And then, well, this is where the points come in. You get your hands. This is what I did, and this is how you win. You make sacrifices. And you tuck it like this. Literally. I'm only doing this now because it's clean straw. Wear gloves. I think I wore gloves. I hope I wore gloves. Don't stop there, because you get your brush. Okay? So imagine you've got walls all around, by the way. I only put a back wall in Reggie's. And you do this. So it's like a line. And then not only that, I think I had gloves on. I must have had gloves because this is disgusting. With your gloves, it works better with gloves. You go under and tuck the bed like this. Don't stop there. There's more. Here you come. Once you've tucked the bed, you come along the front and you sweep. So it's clean. And then you flick it into your bed. And that is how you win Pony Club camp. Okay, I'm going to take Reggie's leg off. It's not actually too cold today. A talented man, Reginald. Is he side-eyeing? Of course he is. That's like his signature trademark thing. God, you look so muddy. He's still got his like tattered, ripped rug on from yesterday. Bag. No. This is my first pony, and you can tell. I got him when I was 12. And he is just so spoiled and cheeky. And he does what he wants and has the hair to match it. Bug. Okay. Bugsy actually got a fresh bail yesterday, so his bed should technically be a little bit easier.
Bugsy's bed was in fact not easier, as you can see. It looks like he keeps his bed super clean, when in reality it's a mess. You know the analogy where you have a swan and it looks so graceful and just glides along the water, but underneath it's kicking really hard? That's Bugsy's bed. Graceful and clean on the top, but really messy underneath. Unfortunately, Bugsy is not getting his bed made to the same Pony Club standards as Reggie, but if you ask me, Bugsy's bed looks all the more comfy for it and a little bit more lived in.
Bug, come on. Come on.